And this is Scott, and we're Gunpowder, Fiction and Plot. We're talking a little bit lately about how we rate and respond and review to books. And as part of that exploration, I wanted to challenge my husband, because sometimes I think he pulls these star ratings out of his buttocks.
They don't fit.
And I wonder if he can even remember them. So that's the challenge. I'm going to throw down the gauntlet, look at his Goodreads, and see if he can remember what he rated some books.
And why I rated them those ratings.
Your stupid phone is stupid slow, and I think it smells like butt.
It doesn't. It doesn't smell like butt. I think you just need to sniff it.
I don't want to sniff your phone.
Sniff my phone. Sniff my phone.
What did you rate Madame Bovary?
I think I gave Madame Bovary 2 stars. I might have given it 3.
So what do you think you rated it?
I'm going to go for 2, but I think I might. But I'm hedging. I'm not. I don't remember.
You could guess.
I don't remember with certainty. I think it was 2 or 3. I'm going to say I gave it 2 stars.
2 stars is correct.
So why did I rate that one so poorly? I didn't think I really connected with Flaubert's writing. I think that book should make you feel an emotional connection with... What's her name? Is it Emma? And I don't remember feeling that. But that is a book that I have recently identified as one that I'd like to reread.
What about Ethan Frome by Edith Wharton?
This one came up recently in our challenge video with Sean. I think I gave it 3 stars.
That's correct.
I don't remember a lot about that book. I certainly don't remember a lot about that book that I can say here. I do remember that he had scars on his face and there was sort of a mystery as to why that happened. It was kind of a little bit creepy, but as to why I gave that 3 stars, I suspect that it got 3 stars because it wasn't very good and it wasn't very bad.
What about The Black Tulip by Alexander Dumas?
I remember reading The Black Tulip. I was debating between whether to give that one 4 or 5 stars, and I think I ended up giving it 4 stars.
Correct again!
I thought that was a really fantastic, fun novel. Nothing, like, not a literary novel, just Dumas writing an adventure that was just so much fun about the tulip wars in, where were they, in Holland? And about trying to grow a black tulip and like this sort of race for science, and then there was 2 men and a woman and all this sort of, typical Dumas sort of story.
Utopia by Thomas More.
I'm really not sure of that. I'm going to say 3, but it might have been a 2, but I'll go for a 3 star.
That is a 2 star on record. Do you think that if you read some of these books now, that the ratings would be different?
Yeah, I do. I think, look, such an old book. It was written in 15 something or other. It was written... Thomas More was a contemporary of Henry VIII, right? So it's pre-Shakespeare, this book. And the language is quite old and challenging. And I think that often makes it hard for me to appreciate the work. Especially the further we go back in my reading, the less I've read and the harder and harder...
The harder you find the hard book. Dubliners by James Joyce.
I don't think I've ever rated a James Joyce book highly, but Dubliners is emphatically the best James Joyce book I've read, as it's the only one that tried to make sense. But I'm still going to say it was 2 stars.
Correct. What about The Fellowship of the Ring?
Well, this will be 4 or 5 stars for the Lord of the Ring book. The Fellowship, which was the first one in the series, I'm going to say that I gave that one 4.
Yeah, you've given that one 4 and then the other 2 5. Do you remember why you differentiated?
I suspect that I found that this one was maybe a bit slower, but I'm only theorising now. I think of these books, the Lord of the Rings I think of as a set.
Yeah.
I think it's probably generous to give them 5 stars, to be honest. I think if I reread them, they'd probably be a 4. Fellowship's got Tom Bombadil in it, which is a bit of a slow point. Some people love Tom Bombadil. Lots of people don't.
What about Lolita?
I think I gave Lolita 3 stars.
Spot on. And Rebecca?
And I gave Rebecca 4, maybe 3. 4.
3.
3. I think that both of those 2 books have stayed with me, and I'm a little bit surprised that both of them are so low. I am remembering my rating, but in my head, neither of those books are a 3-star book anymore.
The Alchemist.
I can't imagine that's a high one. Or maybe I gave that one 2. Maybe I gave it 1. No, I gave it 2.
And the last one I'm going to pick, The Handmaid's Tale.
Did I give The Handmaid's Tale 3 stars?
Yes, you did.
I'm going to upset all of booktube. I preferred the Testaments.
What? There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I thought the subject matter and the idea was excellent for The Handmaid's Tale. I just didn't enjoy how she chose to present it in like the archaeological journalism and stuff. I felt like it took me out of it a little bit.
You didn't dig it.
The basic structural choices that Atwood
Yeah.
made didn't work for me, wherewith The Testaments is a real basic sort of novel. I'm not saying it's particularly good, but it's real basic and you can enjoy it on a real basic level.
Essentially the same structure. Like, it was all diary entries and...
Was it? It was,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
I think this has been interesting for reasons that I didn't anticipate. I kind of thought that, you know, books that you read 5 years ago, you would not necessarily remember your star rating and would sort of have to backwards logic to figure out what they were. You've actually just remembered your first impression.
I think the process of star rating a book, it sort of freezes that book in your mind. I would never say Rebecca is a 3-star book. Like, it's just not. But I remember giving it 3 stars. Maybe the act of rating means that you almost justify your opinion. I think there's been a few times on BookTube where I'm like, this is a 4-star read to me, and I tried to justify why I didn't rate it 5 stars, and then a few people have said, oh, you didn't like that book, and I'm like, no, I really did enjoy that book.
Things to think about. Yep.
Okay, bye.